Learning from mistakes is an essential part of personal growth and development, and it requires the ability to reflect honestly on what went wrong without dwelling too much on feelings of guilt or failure. Mistakes are often unavoidable, but they offer valuable lessons that can lead to better outcomes in the future. By approaching mistakes with the right mindset, they can become stepping stones to improvement, offering insights that might not have been gained through success alone. In many ways, the process of learning from mistakes involves resilience, self-awareness, and a willingness to adapt. One of the most important aspects of learning from mistakes is accepting responsibility. Acknowledging where things have gone wrong allows for a clear understanding of the situation, paving the way for learning. It can be tempting to make excuses or to blame external factors, but true learning comes from recognizing personal responsibility and being accountable for the role played in the mistake. This level of self-reflection can be uncomfortable at times, but it is an essential part of growing and developing a better understanding of how to handle situations in the future. Critical thinking plays a key role in this process. When a mistake is made, it is important to analyze what happened, why it happened, and how it could have been prevented. This kind of evaluation involves looking at the decisions and actions that led up to the mistake and identifying specific points where a different approach might have produced a more positive outcome. It also involves considering external circumstances, but without using them as a crutch for avoiding personal accountability. By breaking down the mistake into its component parts, it becomes easier to see how the error occurred and to find practical ways of avoiding it in the future. Another crucial factor in learning from mistakes is maintaining a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset see mistakes not as failures, but as opportunities to learn and improve. This perspective is vital because it prevents mistakes from being viewed as the end of progress. Instead, they are seen as part of the learning process. When mistakes are viewed this way, they become less intimidating and the fear of failure diminishes. This allows for greater experimentation and creativity, as there is less pressure to get everything right the first time. Part of learning from mistakes also involves forgiveness, both self-forgiveness and, when necessary, the forgiveness of others. Beating oneself up over mistakes can lead to feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt, which can hinder future progress. By forgiving oneself for errors, it becomes easier to move forward with a clearer mind and a renewed sense of determination. Similarly, if others were involved in the mistake, learning to forgive them can help to rebuild trust and ensure that relationships remain strong, even when things don't go as planned. This ability to let go of resentment and focus on moving forward is a key part of learning from mistakes effectively. Adaptability is also a critical element in this process. Once the mistake has been understood, it's important to adjust behavior or strategy to avoid repeating it. This could mean changing habits, improving skills, or even approaching similar situations with a completely different mindset. For example, if a mistake occurred because of poor time management, the lesson might be to develop a better system for organizing tasks. If it resulted from a lack of preparation, the takeaway could be to invest more time in research or planning in the future. Whatever the cause, the solution often lies in being flexible and willing to make changes based on what has been learned. Mistakes can also provide insights into personal strengths and weaknesses. They highlight areas where improvement is needed, but they can also reveal hidden strengths. Sometimes a mistake shows a person's ability to handle adversity, think on their feet, or find creative solutions to unexpected problems. By reflecting on the mistake in its entirety, it's possible to identify not only what went wrong, but also how strengths can be leveraged to prevent future errors. In this way, mistakes can help individuals to build on their existing capabilities while addressing areas that need work. Moreover, learning from mistakes builds resilience. Every time a person makes a mistake and learns from it, they develop the mental toughness needed to face future challenges. Resilience grows through the process of overcoming setbacks and moving forward. It helps people to remain calm under pressure and to maintain a positive attitude, even when things don't go as planned. This ability to bounce back is one of the most important life skills and is something that can only be truly developed by going through difficult experiences, making mistakes, and learning from them. It's also important to recognize that mistakes can lead to unexpected opportunities. Sometimes, what initially seems like a setback can open the door to new possibilities. For example, a project that didn't go as planned might lead to a discovery of a more efficient way of doing things, or a failure in one area could encourage the pursuit of a new direction that turns out to be more successful. By staying open-minded and willing to embrace change, mistakes can become catalysts for innovation and progress. Ultimately, learning from mistakes is a continuous process. It requires an open attitude towards growth, a willingness to face uncomfortable truths, and the determination to keep moving forward despite setbacks. It involves not only understanding what went wrong, but also taking proactive steps to improve and do better next time. Through this approach, mistakes become less of a burden and more of an opportunity for personal development and success.